Hey gamers, welcome back to the channel. Today I have some very exciting news for all you Transformers fans out there. This is Transformers Eternal War, and as you saw, yes, it is now in soft launch. If it sounds familiar, it is. I did put a video out on it last year when I first found it, and then just a few months ago it went into a beta. Everybody's been wiped, and now everybody starts fresh. This is a soft launch, so it's not available everywhere yet. We'll go into some of those details, but let me show you around the soft launch version of the game. Let's get into it. All right, and welcome back. Let's go ahead and just jump right in. So just as a heads up, there is an official Discord. I will put a link in the description below. Just so you know, though, there is not much communication between the player base and the devs or the company. I don't know if that's something that this company just doesn't do, and they're just using Discord as a monitor, or they're getting things set up. Because one thing I have noticed is the official Discord, they're starting to build certain things out. So maybe eventually we'll start having communications with like community managers and things like that. But right now, from last year to now, there's been zero communication. It's just whatever we can find, and then talking to other players and such. This soft launch dropped 2 days ago as of the recording of this video. And again, I don't know when global launch is, and with how much we don't hear from the company, from the devs or anybody or community managers, I don't know when that's going to happen. I would expect this year, though, because we had the beta a few months ago. Now we're into soft launch in select areas. So maybe in a couple more months, maybe Q4, we might see a global launch. I don't know, but I'll keep you updated on that. So let me share the details of the soft launch for you. So here we go. This was an announcement in game. And right here, it does call out soft launch in these specific regions: Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and the Philippines. It also lets you know that you've got some launch rewards waiting in your in-game mail once you hit level 30, and it is on iOS and Android. Again, no date on global launch just yet. I am playing on an emulator. There's an APK available. If you want some more information on that, head on over to my Discord, and I'll help you out over there. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the game. For the most part, the game is the same. There's some bots that are not available, so let's go ahead and jump into here, take a look at that. This is who I've got right now. Let's jump into the gallery. So we've got our Autobots and Decepticons. In total, I think it's about 32 characters in the game right now. There are 5 Autobots that I don't have. And as far as Decepticons go, I've got all of the ones that are currently in the game. A couple Decepticons that aren't in the game yet, but I'm expecting them shortly, is going to be Starscream and Megatron. They were part of like an event in the beta, or special summons, so I'm expecting being able to unlock them through one of those ways. Autobots, the only one that comes to mind that's not available in here is RC. RC was something new actually in the beta. I didn't recognize her from last year, so she was through a special event as well. If you're just now starting the game and you want to know which bots are really good, at least in the beginning, Optimus Prime is great. Hound is awesome. You're going to use Bumblebee for a while. I'd stay away from Snarl. Sludge is good. Ratchet is great. If you can get him, you're going to swap him out, or you're going to swap him in and swap First Aid out. First Aid is going to be your first healer bot that you get, and he works pretty well. Once you get Ratchet, though, you'll swap him out pretty easy. And then, let's see, a couple other ones in here. There's your First Aid. And then nothing else really comes to mind. Jazz you get pretty early. Decepticons, Skywarp is amazing, does massive damage. Soundwave is great with some crowd control. And then some other people here that we have as well. Just not as impressed with them yet. Motormaster I've started to build for my Decepticon team, so I do have him. So pretty cool. Let's talk about what's available in the game. So as you start the game, you're going to be building your base. So there is some base building here. There is no ship combat for anybody wondering. So you're going to go around, and as you work through the story, you're going to be building out your base here. So we'll see how far this base goes, but each building serves a purpose. If you go into here, just running through the shops here really quick, you got a normal shop that uses this currency, these cyber coins. Cyber coins can be used for summons as well. We're actually going to do some summons. I'm going to use some cyber coins for that. I don't recommend it in the beginning. I'm just going to do it so we can do it, but I don't recommend it in the beginning. Save it because you're going to want to grab in here your free crates, but also grab some Energon. It's cheaper to grab your Energon in here. This is what is used for summons. It's cheaper to grab them in here than it is to just purchase straight from the summoning portal. And then I grab these calibrators as well. This helps you ascend your abilities. We'll go over that here real quick. In your Alliance shop, I guess we're doing a quick store thing. In the Alliance shop, the only thing that I purchase in here is Hound Shards. That is all I'm going to be purchasing for a while until I get him really built up. Again, he is awesome. He does some great damage. He's got a silence. He is really good. Monthly supply, I stay away from this, but once I get to a point to where I've got some of these Alliance coins, because this is the Alliance shop, more Alliance coins that I can use, probably spend them on some general mythic shards and maybe some legendary, this random legendary module, but that's pretty much it in here. Energy, this stuff right here, this is earned through energy scramble and maybe exchange for items in the energy supply station. Really the only thing I'm purchasing in here with this is Ratchet. I want to get Ratchet so I can get him in for as my healer. He is awesome. Monthly supply, nothing in here right now. A little too early for that. Once we get a little bit further in the game, I may be purchasing these general mythic shards. These are what allow you to star up, helps you. It's another alternative to help star up your characters. So that's about the only thing in here. I think everything else is probably a little too expensive. And 1440 with how little you get of this is going to keep you kind of poor in the crystal energy space. And then friendship here. I'll grab some Energon out of here from time to time. This is just giving this currency between friends. So definitely build up your friends list there. All right. Let me show you. We've got typical arena here. So we got our gladiator combat. Coalition duel, if I remember correctly, that's setting up multiple teams. And then transwarp, I never saw that work in the beta or anything else, so I'm not really sure what that looks like exactly. You've got this here. This is the same thing as what we've seen in the last iterations of the game. It's just another resource that you build up to increase stats. So this one here specifically, if I go down to details, this helps give me plus 3% to healing. And as you rank this up, you get additional bonuses to that stat. You go ahead and place a bot in here. So I've got my healer in here so that I can improve his healing. So that's how these different things work. You've got perfect defense is probably the next one I'm going to go for. This one here increases defense bonus and damage reduction for your tanks. You've got a lot of different stuff in here. SOS, damage, defense bonus, and vitality. So a lot of stuff happening in there. Game modes did move around a little bit. So we have this building here. All of these game modes we had in previous betas. We have Energy Scramble. This is a roguelike game mode where you're going from battle to battle and your health is persistent. So wherever you left off in the previous battle, that's where you start in the next battle. And as you defeat your enemies and clear the battles, you're selecting buffs and you continue to move forward until you beat the round. Right now I got 16 and a half hours before I can get back in there. Definitely a game mode that you want to make sure that you do all the time because you get a lot of good resources out there to build up your teams. Next, Battle Against Evil. This is your basic boss battle. I'm going to go ahead and start this. There's a lot of quality of life in here that I think is pretty good. So this is what, a minute and a half battle. And you're setting up the best team that you can. It is an idle combat game. So you've got, in a typical formation, you got 2 up front, 3 in back. In here, you can see this is all just in one line. But you're building the best teams that you can with skills that complement each other to move as far in the game as you can. Or in this case, cause as much damage as you can so you can get the best rewards possible. Cool thing is, I was talking about quality of life. I can go ahead and fast forward through this. Boom. Hopefully, yep, I did a little bit better in in this battle because I did get some additional rewards. If you don't beat your last battle's damage dealt, I think this is the way it works. This is what I've been noticing. Then you won't get any rewards. So if I go back in here and I say, hey, let's take a look at my battle record. Top damage right here is 140k. Last one was 139k. You've got some achievements that you can claim in here as well, so make sure you go ahead and grab those. So let me test that. Let me put that to the test here. Go ahead and do my fighting. Let's give it a couple seconds before we fast forward. So best damage was 140, right? Boom, 140.04. Let's take a look at my record. This was one, it's not giving me the one after the 140, but I got 140 there. So I didn't top this out. I didn't beat this. So I didn't get rewards on that. So you've got 5 attempts every single day. I suggest doing it until you don't get rewards, and then go ahead, build up your teams, do what you need to do throughout the day, and then before reset, come back and see if you can do a little bit better to get some additional rewards. And then you've got Chaos Invasion. This is a mosh pit of a battle. You set up your team again, and then you're just getting flooded with enemies, and you're doing as much damage as you can and defeating as many enemies as you can. And then the further you get, the more rewards you get. So that is that one over here in this one. This is all the same. I don't know if Warrior Trial, I don't know that we had that in the beta, but we've got Chaos Fortress. This is a tower battle. So you're going from enemy to enemy and you're defeating them and you're getting as high as in the fortress as you can. As you can see right now, I'm on floor 81. Time Portal. This is a roguelike game mode as well, but this has some exploration to it where you're going around the map and then you're battling, you're uncovering the map, you're getting chests, you're battling enemies. So like this right here, if I go into here, I haven't done this because it's an 80K team against me at 60K, so I'm not ready for that one just yet. But you've also got in here, again, a roguelike game mode. In here, I can revive fallen enemies. I can heal my teams, things like that. So you'll work through this. It's just more exploration. I think it's kind of cool. All right, and then Warrior Trial. Really not sure on that one. This right here, we've got missions. This is your dispatch mode. We've had that. We've got this back as well, Ace Strike and Velocity Rush. These are game modes where, let's just jump into this one here. I've already got all my rewards for it, but this is like that. What was it? 1952, 1947, whatever that was. You're just moving your ship around and defeating all your enemies, and then you're working through to get to the end, meeting milestones and getting rewards. This is important because, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now. This is important because you get Energon, which allows you to do summons, and then if you complete this whole track, then you're going to get these general mythic shards. Again, that's what's going to help you star up your heroes as well. I'll show you that here in just a minute. And then the next one we have, this is Velocity Rush. Just show you this here really quick. This is where you're Optimus. You're grabbing these coins. And when you come across enemies, you're going to be defeating your enemies as well. It does get to a point where you're able to transform into Optimus and you've got your axe and all that stuff. This is going to end here. I'm just going to, boom, get you out of there. Thank you. And then we'll go ahead and finish that. So I wonder what other kind of game modes are going to offer with this because we've got some additional spots up here at the top. So I think they probably got some other stuff coming in. I like this. These are little mini games that just breaks the monotony of your typical gameplay loop. Granted, after a while, it becomes part of the gameplay loop, but still, I think it's kind of cool. All right, so that's what we have for the board. We're going to do some summons here in just a minute. Let's go ahead, jump into the bots here. I'm going to show you Alliance as well. But if we go into here, and I want to go tiering up, this is going to allow me to tier up, so star up my my characters as you star up. So like right here, I've got to get to 4 purple, or pink, whatever we want to call this, in order to unlock this ability. So your skills are locked behind your star level. And you've got a couple ways to ascend. I can ascend using 20 shards of Optimus, or I can ascend using 6 shards and 14 of the general mythic shards. So this is where your general mythic shards come into play. And then you've got modules gearing up your characters. You've got specific sets. It is cool because depending on the character that you have on the screen, if you hit set replacement here, it's going to bring to the top the 3 best options because he's Vanguard. So we've got 3 Vanguard options here and you can see what their set bonuses are. And then we get into firepower and stuff like that. So if I go out of here and I go to Skywarp, who's firepower, I go to module and I go to set replacement, boom, firepower. It's going to tell me the best sets for him. So it allows you to just take a quick look at that. And that is it other than training. Oh, you've got these as well. You've got resources to use to up your, to increase your core enhancement, which is going to increase. This one here is health and attack along with attack. This one here increases attack and defense along with defense all the way through. And then this one, health, defense, and then health. And the final one here unlocks at 60. I can't remember what it is. However, when you first build these out, because these resources are limited, you want to be specific, right? So like for Optimus, first what I did with him was I got this one up because it's got some health in there. And then I increased this one here because it's got defense. And then I went for this one here, which just has health and defense. Actually, I went backwards. I went these two first here on the left, and then I went for my attack last. So just let me fix that there really quick. So you probably want to be a little prescriptive on where you place your resources with those types of enhancements on your characters. Finally, let's go into Alliance, and then we're going to go ahead and do some summons. We've got, let's see, we've got our check-in. You're going to do your check-ins, and you're going to get some rewards here. The rewards are going to help you in the store. So, like, you're going to get this, your Alliance coins, which are going to allow you to purchase, I think that was Hound, right? In the supply station? Yeah, Hound. So make sure to do your check-ins every day. Hopefully everybody gets their check-ins in so you can get max rewards. Supply station, we already took a look at that, is the store. Hall of Fame. Always check here because there's always stuff to grab because people are doing stuff all the time. This one looks like we're done. Alliance members recruit 10,000 bots. Looks like we did that. Holy cow. Anyway, so you'll get all these different rewards as you and your Alliance complete specific milestones. And then we've got Alliance gifts. This is just as you work through the game. Reach 100 daily activity. That's a lot of what this is. Clearing specific expedition modes and things like that. And then you've got Research Lab. You want to spend research points in here. And then I believe the Alliance leader is going to spread them out to wherever they feel they want to put the research points to. And then we do have game mode over here. So we've got Prelude, Assault. Make sure you do this every single day. This is another boss battle, but you get a lot of good rewards down here. These right here allow you to increase your core enhancement, which we just looked at. This allows you to go up to level 40 or lets you level break through to level 40 and above. And this one here, you can get up to 69. You saw some of my characters are at level 69. I need this in order to break through to 70 and then break through to 100. So you're going to get those. You're going to get some more cyber coins. And then obviously you're going to get some more Alliance coins as well. And then we got Alliance War coming up. I don't think I've ever seen that. So we'll see what that looks like. That's going to be here in about 15 days. And then Tactical Drill, I think I remember. But when we unlock that, I'll show you. Expedition, this is your idle mechanic, your idle generation resources and all that stuff, right? So you've got your resources here. I can go ahead and claim those. Those are just passive resource generation just by being online or offline. And then with that, though, you've got dash. You can do, I think it's 4 dashes every single day, 4 or 5 dashes every single day to pull in resources for, I think it's like 2 hours worth of resources or something like that. So typical idle stuff. And then in here, you're just going from battle to battle, and you've got little moments here of story that unfolds as well. So a lot of cool stuff there. World, don't have that. So I believe what that was in previous beta, there's some farming that we're going to be able to do that allows us to farm like modules. Those the modules is for gearing up your characters and stuff like that, which we sorely need. I'm not sure when this is going to start. It says it's just not available yet. Hopefully we see that soon because we need to gear up our characters, but it's probably going to bring a lot of other stuff as well. I think there was fishing in this game too, wasn't there? There's like fishing in this game too. There was some weird stuff in here. You can watch some of my previous videos and see what we had in there. All right, that is everything that I had for you. Let's do some summons. I'm going to use some cyber coins, which again, I don't recommend, but we're going to do it just for the sake of the video. Let's see if we get anybody good. As you do in your summons, you have... and you complete 100 summons. Every time you do that, you're going to get this right here. This allows you to select a specific trait, and then you'll get a bot from that specific trait. If you want to see what that looks like, go into bots, go into gallery, and then you can take a look. These are your traits right here. So let me click on Optimus and this. So here's Fearless. There's Fearless, that's a trait. If you don't have a bot and you want to know what trait they are so you can select that trait, like Ratchet, I'm going to go to Ratchet. I'm going to click this. I'm going to click this, and here's my trait, Dynamic. All right? Those are what you're going for. So I went with Fearless for a little while, this right here, because that's the first one I did gave me Optimus, which was really cool. And then the second one I did gave me Skywarp, because Skywarp is Fearless as well. What you won't find in there is, unfortunately, this. You won't have Inspiring in there. So... that's the 5th trait. All right, so let's go into our summons. Let me turn the animation on, and we're going to do what? Let's do 30. Let's do 30. All right, all legendaries and a couple epics, which right now I'm really looking for mythics. So nobody knew because I have all epics and I have all legendaries in the game. I have all mythics for Decepticon, so I'm really looking for mythics. Doubles for like Optimus and Skywarp, and I want Ratchet, so we'll see. We'll see what we can get. Let's do another 10. Again, it's 2,400, so a single is 240 for one, whereas again in that store it's 180, so you do save a little bit there. All right, 2,400. Do this again. All right, I got a mythic right here. Let's see who we get. Oh, I got Prowl. No, not who I thought. He looked like Ratchet for a second. All right, final 10. Final 10. Who are we going to get? One of these, oh, there's a mythic. I had like 3 mythics in one pull, which was pretty cool. Who do we get? Oh, we got Snarl. Okay, I think that is it. Boom, done. All right. Let's see. We've got a little bit more. I'm at 82. If I do 20, if I do 20 more, let's do that. I'm gonna do it. Y'all know me. I just can't hold on to shit. But I'm gonna do 20 more so I can get this, and then let's see who I can get from that. And then I gotta save it. Then I gotta save and rack up my my coins again. No mythics on this one. All right, last one. Last 10 pull. And then let's see who I can get from the selectable. There we go. We got one mythic here. Nobody knew. And Snarl again. All right, confirm. We got that. You get that every single time you do 100 pulls. So this is I think this is my 4th one. So let's go ahead. Oh, I'm not going to do recruitment pack. So let's go into my inventory here. We have this, and then you'll see the traits here. So I've been going for Fearless so I can get doubles of Optimus and Skywarp because they're doing really well. I wonder if I should go Dynamic, though, to see if I can get a Ratchet. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Who do I get? I got Dead End. Damn it. No, Breakdown. I gotta get my name straight. All right, so, oh well. I didn't get who I wanted. Also, make sure that you go into your backpack and use all of your boxes here. You got stored up resources for leveling your heroes, and you got your gold resources, or Shaniks. Is that what they're called in here? You got selectables in here that you can use. So this right here, I'm actually holding on to. This one right here. Again, these are the resources that you need in order to... Actually, I'm going to do one of these because this is going to help me upgrade one of my like Optimus or Skywarp on the core enhancement. So I'm going to grab that. Boom. All right. And I think that's about it. That's about it. Oh, we got this. You get these two. I'm going to go... Let's see what shards I get. That is Prowl. I got Optimus. I got 9 of him right now. So nobody knew there. Then we got those there. All right. Now I'm just kind of... Now we're just playing around. All right, everybody. That's what I had for you. That is Transformers Eternal War. Now in soft launch. I'll let you know when global hits. But let me know what you think. And hit me up on Discord if you want to check this game out on an APK. Or if you're already in one of those regions that we discussed earlier in the video. Then go ahead, jump into the game, and let me know what you think. All right. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.